Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video that I've not actually ever done before. I'm actually going to be testing out some new products, kind of doing first impressions, fall look, all these things I got from Ulta. I'm also going to be doing a tutorial with the Morphe 35F palette, which is perfect for fall. So if you've not seen this palette, it is absolutely beautiful. All the shades are just like perfect fall shades. So I'll be doing this look, or I created this look with this palette, and there's just a bunch of products that I've never tried before. There's some products that I forgot I had and kind of wanted to try them again. This is just kind of a chit chat, get ready with me sort of deal, but I feel like it's like the perfect fall look. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. Before you leave, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any requests or anything like that, just leave them below and let's get started. The weather changed here in Oklahoma and it's just like really dry right now. So I'm gonna take the Estee Lauder softening lotion, looks like this, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on before I put on any primer or anything, just because I feel like I need a little bit of moisture in my skin, which you never hear me say because I always have like the oiliest skin, but right now it's like it's struggling. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on just because I want to feel hydrated. And I'm not really sure how this foundation is gonna work out, and I don't want it to be too drying. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my primer, the hashtag no filter by NYX. This is not new. You guys know this is one of my favorite primers ever, but since I know how other foundations perform using this primer, I just want to go ahead and use it today just because I know what I'm getting versus using a new primer. So we're kind of going to do a first impressions on the foundation. Okay, so now on to foundation. This foundation is for dry combination to combination oily skin. So currently me. So this Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Primer, on the thing said it was full coverage. So we're going to test this out. And the color I got is called, this is 6 Ivory. So it comes in a really nice glass bottle. Hopefully I did okay on the color. And I like this because this reminds me of a giant Tarte Shape Tape applicator. Like, let me just get the Tarte Shape Tape applicator out so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Like, it literally looks like a giant one. Like, they are the same family. Like, look at that. Like, they're literally the same size. This one's foundation, this one's concealer. Okay, so now onto foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and just start applying some. I'm not really sure how much to apply. Foundation brush out of my Morphe kit. And it looks like this is just a flat top kabuki. And we're just gonna start blending this foundation in. I feel like I did okay on color. Doesn't look too bad. I feel like the coverage on this is pretty good. And the color is not too bad. Maybe it's a tad light, but I kind of like it. So it's not too yellow. Like, I feel like it's a pretty neutral shade. So that's good, because sometimes I tend to get stuff that's too yellow or too pink. And I think it looks pretty good. It looks kind of greasy right now, but let me just go ahead and like buff it in with a beauty blender, just because I feel like sometimes that makes it like look better. As far as coverage, I mean, it says it's full coverage. I would say medium to full coverage. because it did cover up some of the redness I have around my nose. The finish is really pretty on it. It just looks a little oily right now, but that's okay. I'll set it. I mean, that's not like a deal breaker or anything for me. You guys know that I love this concealer. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit. Where I normally highlight. And I'm just gonna take my LA Girl, no, sorry, I'm gonna take my LA Colors Beauty Blender and just buff it out. You cannot go wrong with Tarte Shape Tape. Like seriously, cannot go wrong. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and set my face, and I'm gonna break out an oldie but goodie. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. I love this stuff. It's one of my favorite like setting powders. I'm almost out of it. I've had it, like I love this, but I haven't used it in a long time, so I want to really break it out again. So I'm gonna take the Morphe powder brush and just set my whole face with it. I will say that these brushes are super, super soft. I actually got them in a set at Ulta for, I believe they were $39 for the set, which is not bad considering that if you buy just a brush, one brush, it's $10. So you get like 9 brushes for $40. So I don't really think that's a bad deal at all. So going on to contour, I'm gonna take this angled brush right here to do my contouring. And I'm not gonna change up the contour routine. I'm just gonna take the NYX matte bronzer, and this is in Dark Tan, which is my favorite bronzer. Bronzer on. I want to go ahead and do my brows. I'm not going to change up my brows too much just because I really like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in soft brown. It's just kind of my color. Like, it's like the perfect shade for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of, I always lose some of the intensity of my brows whenever I put foundation on. So I'm just going to kind of fill them in a little bit more and clean them up a little bit. Okay, so now onto the eyes. I'm going to take my NYX eyeshadow base in ESB 01. This is as per usual. Putting this down, and then I'm going to set it with a translucent powder or a white shade. I think the Morphe 35F Fall Palette, I believe it has a white shade in it, so we're going to probably set it if I can with that. I just picked this palette up the other day at Ulta, and it is just absolutely beautiful, like so pretty. This is what it looks like. Got the new packaging. Sorry, it's dirty already. It's just got the new Morphe logo, and then this is the beautiful palette. It's so pretty, so fall. It's got a lot of really pretty shades. I could probably set my lid with this shade right here. It's not completely white, but it's close enough. So let's just go ahead and take this shade right here on a fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna set this down. This may be a little darker than I wanted, but that's okay. Like I said, just setting down that primer. Okay, so now that I've got the primer all set, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. This is gonna be a transition shade. And then I'm gonna take the Morphe M441. This actually did not come in my little kit. That's the only thing I will say that the kit did not have was a blending brush. So I bought this one when I bought the kit, just because I needed a good blending brush. So I bought it by itself. So I'm just gonna be putting this into my crease, just blending it out. The brush is a little bit stiffer than I would like, but I think it's one of those things that you kind of have to break it in a little bit maybe, but the rest of the brushes are super soft. But this brush is a little bit rougher, but that's okay. Still does a really good job blending, so I'm totally fine with it. And just deepen that up a little bit. I'm gonna try not to use a lot of like bright warm shades today just because I always do. So we're just gonna go with this muted brown shade. Now taking the little crease brush, I'm just gonna take black right here. I will say that this black is a bit patchy, but it's super pigmented, so you don't need much of it, so that's really good. I think I'm gonna do a halo eye, so I'm just gonna take the black and go inner corner, outer corner, and just kind of pack it. Like I'm barely touching it down and it's so pigmented. So what I like to do is I like to place it where I like it, and then I'm just gonna take the blending brush, the same one, and I'm just gonna blend it out into the crease. And it's okay if you get some on your lid, that's gonna be covered up anyway, so. Not the lid, on the inner part of the lid. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this copper shade right here, just because it's like calling my name. I'm gonna take this on this shader brush, and I'm just gonna pat, whoa, it's so pigmented. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go into this cranberry shade right here, just because I think it needs a little more of the cranberry other than the copper. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with this shade right here on that same blending brush, and I'm gonna put it back in the crease. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take this shade right here, and I'm just gonna take it on the shader brush, and I'm just gonna go on top of the other two shades. I'm just kind of mixing these shades together just because I kind of want to see what they all look like. Now I'm gonna go back in with the black, pack it on the inner and outer corner again. And then I'm gonna take that blending brush again and just kind of smoke it all together. Okay, so the lashes are on, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of blush on just because I feel like I need a little bit of color in my face. So I'm gonna take the Milani blush, and this is in Sunset Beach. It's one of my favorite shades. It's just kind of like a corally pink shade. And I'm just gonna put this on the apples of my cheeks just to give my face a little bit of color. To kind of give me that flushed look. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this brown shade that we started off with, and I'm just gonna take that on just a different brush. I don't even know where this brush is from, honestly, And I'm just gonna kind of smudge out my lower lash line. Smudging it out like pretty dramatically, but I kind of want it to be dramatic. And then I'm gonna go in with the black, same brush, and I'm just gonna smudge this in the outer part. This champagne color and this white shade right here, they're both shimmers, and I'm just gonna mix them together and pop it in my inner corner. Ooh, those are really pretty. The one shade kind of reminds me of Kitten Hills by Stila, just because of its like, I don't know, the color of it just really reminds me of that. This champagne shade. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take what's left of my brush and put it in the very top, just to highlight my brows. Just like the tiniest bit. Gonna go ahead and add some mascara to my lower lashes. And for highlighter day, I'm gonna bust out the Becca highlighter in Opal. Looks like this. And I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight my cheeks with it. Like, I love this highlighter, it's so pretty. It's just kind of have like a gold shimmer to it, and I really think it's pretty. Gonna go ahead and do the tip of my nose. I always like to do it with my finger, and then take the brush and then my finger and kind of get my nose. Then I'm gonna take and put some on my Cupid's bow. Take the e.l.f. contouring and blush bronzer, and this is in St.Lucia. I'm just gonna take the brown and just deepen up that contour. On the lips, I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with the Essence lip liner, and this is in number 14, Femme Fatale, I think that's what it's called. Anyways, it's the bright red shade. So now that I have my lips lined, I'm going to go in with Fiery by Stila. And this is their Stay All Day liquid lipstick. It's just a really pretty red shade. And I'm just going to put it on. And this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.